So what you got going on, bro?
Freaking scary pit behind me. This is one of those moments that you really look forward to when caving until the absolute last moment before you do it, when your stomach is a knot and you realize, man, I better be on my game. Wow, that's a tight one. Oh, hi guys.
Back behind is where we're gonna finish the loop.
Loop complete.
Hey team, Dano here with Mike Ward and Jay Mar from the New Mexico Digital Crew. We've been exploring the New Mexico underground since the early 90s and have some incredible video to share with you. So get the popcorn and find a comfy spot on the couch while we do the hard part. Let's go check it out. Beneath this rugged escarpment lies a fantastic secret world. These are the Guadalupe Mountains, home to over 300 explored caves and countless others waiting to be discovered. The most famous of these subterranean environments is Carlsbad Caverns, with nearly 500,000 visitors touring the national park every year. With this in mind, we head up to the high country of the Guadalupe Mountains, referred to locally as the High Guads. Here, there are a number of beautiful and challenging wild caves in the Lincoln National Forest.
Thank you.
This way?
Okay.
This was a really challenging cave to get to. You saw some of the amazing stone formations as we were crawling down, scrambling down the outside of that cliff. Now we're ready to crawl in and see what happens.
That's about just the right size for me. Right. That's more of a squeezy entrance than I thought it would be.
Most of the world's limestone caves were formed by water from rain and snow penetrating the porous surface and carving down through the bedrock. Cave passages are dissolved out of soluble limestone and develop along flow channels. Geologists wonder why the caves in the Guadalupes seem so different. The grand halls and chambers beneath these mountains lack any sort of drainage pattern. It seemed as if these caves dissolved from the bottom up. The caves in these rugged mountains are unique in their speleogenesis.
Looking good.
One feature of the Guadalupe caves is their vertical nature. To access many of the chambers, vertical technique, proper gear, and a focus on safety are required. Rappelling is technical, exhilarating, and demands a great deal of focus.
Oh my god. Oh. Let me
Okay.
get on rope here. What do you hold on to?
You want to clip in first?
Okay, we are screwed down for not screwing up. On rope!
Okay, close to the wall back there.
Okay. We good?
Yeah. Just careful.
Okay. Yeah?
Yep. Alright, it's out of my sight now.
Okay. Wow.
Hope you guys enjoyed that ride. 70 feet.
The Guadalupe Mountains are the northern coastline of the Delaware Basin, an ancient seabed formed about 250 million years ago during the Permian period. Over the eons, this ancient seabed became limestone and was raised and tilted by tectonic forces. The land rose and the ancient ocean receded. Much more recently, during the late Cenozoic era, about 10 million years ago, hydrogen sulfide derived from gas and oil deposits in the Delaware Basin migrated up into the massive Capitan Reef. This combined with oxygen from rainwater to form sulfuric acid. It's likely that the immense caves in the Guadalupe Mountains formed when this sulfuric acid dissolved the limestone, leaving huge voids and large gypsum deposits as a byproduct of this chemical reaction. Today, tectonic forces have thrust the reef upwards, while erosion has carved spectacular canyons and exposed many caves to the surface. Imagine all the voids beneath the Guadalupe Mountains that have yet to be exposed.
Yeah.
This room is just immense and full of so many interesting formations. This one that I'm standing on right here, you can tell by looking at the way it formed that it was once standing up and has since fallen and become completely cemented and a part of this new wall. This wall is very highly decorated. If you look up there, the entire wall is covered with formations. There's stalactites, popcorn, stalactites. It's just really profuse. And then over here, there are a few stunning freestanding formations. They're dwarfing us, but they're so far from the ceiling. That's just the size of this immense room.
Speaking of being
What are these called?
Haligmites, or snake dancers.
That is a heck of a sight.
The ancient oceans are long gone, but one can still find pristine pools deep underground. These remote oases are similar to pools you may find in the canyon bottoms far above.
We're coming to a special part of the cave up ahead where we need to change out of our boots, which are getting muddy, and put on our special aqua socks or sandals and get to the back part of this cave that's really wet and pristine. So we don't want to carry mud from the muddy part into the clean part. Let's go check it out.
it's hooked up to a keyboard and you can play anything you want. You just have all the different notes from all the different stalactites.
In addition to the formations formed by dripping or flowing water, some sites are more recent, geologically speaking. This beautifully preserved skeleton of an ancient porcupine has been calcified into the very stone where it took its last breath.
Yeah, let's look at that skull. Wow, that's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
It's hard to imagine how this ancient visitor made it this far into the cave.
Gee whiz. Squirm!
That's a tight spot, even for the little guy on the crew. That's a squeeze.
I am en route.
harnessy stuff here.
Stalactites coming up down here.
Okay. One of the necessary things about caving is looking for caves. They don't always tell you where the caves are. In fact, no one ever does. You really gotta look around for them. So we found a new cave, new for us. This is a known cave, but it took a little bit of sleuthing to find out where the cave was. And our man Mike Ward did it. Found us a new cave. Pretty cool stuff.
I'll walk this way. I'll take the road.
All right, Mike. What'd you find here?
Rusty old gate hidden by this old decrepit juniper tree. Luckily we have the permit and the key. We're gonna go check it out.
Say hi to the camera. Hello, camera.
or two is the stretch of the rope. All right, we're on another adventure. So there's a snake down here somewhere, a rattlesnake, a black-tailed rattlesnake, and so I'm gonna have to be very careful as I descend. It's on, somebody spotted it on a shelf, and I guess I better turn my headlamps on. So here we go. Let's try not to tangle with the snake. Alright, rope touches the ground for sure. Well, this is a pretty big drop. I see the rattlesnake.
Is it hibernating?
No!
Does it see you?
Yeah! It's rattling. See it?
Oh, I can hear it. Oh my God.
Oh, there's salamanders everywhere. All right. And check not to hurt the salamanders. There's a salamander there. Salamander there. All right. I didn't kill anything, and I didn't die. Worst thing I've ever done. So the snake is right over here on this edge. You see it? Oh, I see it. It sees you. It smells you. God, dude, no. No. Scariest ever.
So we've just rappelled into another pit, about a 40-foot drop. There's a lot of fauna in this cave, including, if you look right behind me up here above my left shoulder, there's a black-tailed rattlesnake in this cave.
The black-tailed rattlesnake, or Crotalus molossus, is a common rattlesnake in the southwest part of North America. It ranges in color from yellows and greens to tans and gray, and can often be misidentified as the deadly Mojave rattlesnake. It has a relatively wide head to accommodate larger venom glands than other rattlesnakes, but is generally reluctant to strike. This behavior has earned the black-tailed rattlesnake the unofficial title of the sweetest rattlesnake.
If we make some vibration on the cave, we'll hear the rattle go off. It's a disconcerting sound. We're not in danger at the moment because it's on a shelf about 12 feet up and it's away from us. Our rope work out of the cave won't take us by this snake, but still, it's a bit unnerving.
The salamanders found in this unique cave are all part of the Urodela order. They feed on the cave bugs and, unique among vertebrates, are capable of regenerating lost limbs. Cute little googs.
Oh. Hey, Mike. What you got going on today?
Rattlesnake.
Oh yeah?
And some kind of a climb.
Here we see Mike using single rope technique, ascending out of a cave. Behind him, a rattlesnake.
A million times better when I'm above it. That is right there. At least if it strikes at me, it'll go down to where you guys are. And I'll be done with it. This is not an easy climb. You see how tall these cliffs are. We have to hike almost all the way up to the top of these just to get to the caves, and then we have to drop into the caves. It's gonna be great though.
Majestic stud there. Hey, Jamar. Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, man.
Is that the sweat of heat?
Yeah. It wasn't too much terror this time.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't have like 200 feet to fall right over the next cliff.
Right there.
Tell me that!
There's 200 right there, man.
I'm not across it yet.
Not across the pit.
Beauty.
Good job, fellas.
Really?
Right now we've got a double figure eight linked into these two anchors bolted in the wall here, with the slack side of this going back and actually wrapped around a little stone bridge. So we have quite a bit of redundancy in this part with not too much slack in here. If any of these fails, there's two additional backups for safety. Start feeding this rope down, get locked in and see what we've got going on with these other two bolts. All right.
That looks good. It looks fine. And we're trying to pad the rope well so that we don't have wear on the rope coming over this edge here, but it's pretty smooth. Looks like we got the best of it. Our rig looks good. I'm just hoping that rope touches the bottom. That's a long ways down there. And that's gonna be a pain if it doesn't. Get almost down the rope and realize that it doesn't touch the bottom. That's no fun at all. No fun. So we'll send Mike down first.
This is that moment when you've done everything you can do to prepare yourself, and it's time to descend. All right, friends, see you on the other side.
Happy climbing.
Good stuff, man. Feels good to be at the end of that one.
Let's go through these Ocotillos and see what happens.
One of the two entrances to this cave. I'm thinking so we can kind of do a loopy tour of it. We'll head for the lower entrance, rig a hand line there so we can get back up to the upper level, and then on the upper level come around here, try to rappel down to the lower level and not have to ascend back up.
Nice. Sounds like a great idea.
Cool. Ow! Damn.
Prickly pear.
Oh. Ow! Again?
Just gonna rig it. Hand line, do you have a hand line?
Dan has that shorter rope.
Gotcha.
Wanna hand me some stuff?
Yeah. My helmet on yet. Oh, jeez, dude.
All right.
Here the fellas are tying a hand line.
Oh, it's so much nicer in here than out there.
Warning, when caving, you may break a nail.
What's called a wrap 3, pull 2. So, got a little stone bridge here. This piece of 1-inch webbing is wrapped 3 times around, tied with 2 water knots, and then the 2 non-knotted sections are pulled, which should be a pretty good secure rig.
Like I always said, should.
2 carabiners attaching the rope with a figure 8 knot.
Yeah, cool.
So whereabouts do you reckon we are in the cave?
This is the Flowstone Pit. So we came up, Junction Dome Pit, came across in the middle maze. This is another connection to the lower maze. And yeah, surprisingly, you know right where we are in this ridiculous maze.
That'd be scary if it came to life.
Now that you say that, I can tell.
Watch out.
always easiest to get a buddy to hand up the heavy stuff and the light stuff. All right, the world.
Hey, I'm poking my head out.
This should go without a hitch, but if there is any problems that I experience, you'll get to see exactly how I get into and get out of my predicament. On rope. Yeah. Okay. All right, continuing down. Maybe. Maybe not. No, I think it's okay. Went pretty smooth. That was a very enjoyable rappel. Off rope! There's a hole.
So we are trekking down this pretty steep escarpment in southern New Mexico, the Guadalupe Mountains, and we're headed to cave number 71. It's another several hundred feet below us, so you can see behind me, that's kind of what we're climbing down now. It's really interesting terrain. So let's keep going and get to the mouth of this cave.
Wow.
would be that easy, would you?
The drop is actually the entrance to the cave, so we can gear up out here in the sunlight. It's fun to do it either way. So anytime I go into a drop, I'm always a little afraid, but this is kind of a short, sweet one. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be real fun.
Oh, hey guys. Are you on another adventure too? Nice. It's important when you go caving to wear your sunglasses. Gotta protect your eyes.
Wow, just a few hundred feet into this cave. It's already a looker. This is gorgeous. Wow. Very cool. You got it, man. That's good.
Ooh, yeah. That was fun.
Hey, if you guys have some little baggie or something to stick where the rope comes over the lip on the
Second drop. Maybe. Maybe not.
Let's go do another cave. On February 26, 2017, Dano led a small group of cavers to the El Malpais National Monument in western New Mexico to explore one of the many lava tubes in the area. The lava flows in this region date back 60,000 years, with some lava flows as recent as 3,900 years ago, relatively recent in geologic terms. The lava flows are classified as Pahoehoa lava flows, a smooth, flowing lava typically found in Hawaii. The tubes formed as fluid lava flowed beneath a congealing surface crust. With this in mind, the team arrives at the mouth of the cave. While most cave locations are kept on the down low by the caving community, Xenolith Cave is well known, and visitors are welcome to get a free permit to explore certain lava tube caves in the Malpais. So this is the mouth of Xenolith Cave. You can see our fellow cavers down in there already poking around. This cave system is an example of Pahoehoa lava, which is typically found in Hawaii. This is a rare example in North America of this type of lava flow. The lava has gone through and cooled as it moves on the outer end. The hot lava in the center keeps going, and it makes these lava tubes. It's a really beautiful natural formation. Of course, this happened thousands of years ago, so it's not too hot in there now.
Survey markers. They said that the whole thing's marked.
Yep.
That's the trail.
The old red means in, white means out kind of thing.
Oh, is that right?
One special aspect of these lava tube caves is that at least 14 bat species can be found in the Malpais region. Many depend on lava tubes for shelter, reproduction, or hibernation. So right up there we have a little brown Myotis bat. Something kind of special to see. Our colleagues from the East Coast don't see many bats in caves anymore, so this is something special for them.
That's right. On the East Coast, in all the caves I normally go in, we have what's called white nose syndrome. It's a fungus that forms on the nose of the bat, and in the winter typically wakes them up, and they go looking for water. And that's a death sentence for them in the winter. So millions of bats have been killed, and it's very rare for me to see a bat anymore in a cave, so this is great to see one. So this is exciting for me. It's my first lava cave. Normally I'm caving in Virginia and West Virginia, that area where it's limestone. There's actually some notable differences. Breakdown, which is what I'm sitting on, you find that in the caves where I normally go as well. But we typically have a lot more water, a lot more mud. In the caves where I would normally be going, I'd be wearing a full caving suit that's made of Cordura nylon. Here I'm just in a sweatshirt and jeans. I also couldn't bring my cave suit because it's been exposed to white nose syndrome, and so you're not allowed to bring any of that into these caves. But it's much warmer here, and it's a lot drier than what I normally cave in.
So we're at a part of the cave where it's finally starting to close off a little bit. So we were in a larger section of the cave in the back. So we now have this tighter section. Jay's gone up ahead. He's scurrying down a small technical area. Mark's about to make his push in there. And this is where we really get to feel like we're caving. Now we have stone all around us, all this beautiful lava rock formation. And we actually have to use our knee pads, and our helmet will take a scrape or two if we're not careful. And this is the real fun part of caving. Let's go take a look.
Yeah, we gotta go look at it.
Oh, you're gonna have to come back this way, Jay.
Okay, yep.
That way it's flat. There's some cool stuff on it. This is neat. It's where the lava's drip down.
Okay. Let's move on the way out.
All right, now we're caving. This rock has been smoothed out by the bellies of cavers coming through this tight little squeeze.
Nice. That feels good. Feels like caving now. Let's see how our coworkers like this.
Elevation, I can feel it.
All right, I got it.
You got it? All right. Mark, you want a ham in your bag? To quote a guy I know, this is like fun, but only different.
It's your natural condition.
That's right. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Nice.
You just wait. It's our 20 feet of crawl is right up ahead.
How bad does it look?
It looks great.
Not bad. Well, let me phrase another way. How tight is it?
Yeah. So, this is a really special part of caving where the roof is right here by my chest, and of course the floor is on my back. So there's not a whole lot of space. So my hand is 8 inches, you know, about 12 inches from here to here. It's a pretty tight squeeze. These lava flows can get pretty small. This is why we love caving. The cave opens up a little bit.
Oh, dude.
Piece of cake.
It's about as comfortable as a 1 foot high passage can
This
be.
is crazy. Amazing.
Jay, what do you have to say to the folks back home?
This is great. There's no mud. It's smooth. I'm not sticking to anything. Great crawl. That was awesome.
Good, because we get to do it again.
So back home, we have soda straws, which are active formations that look like a soda straw where they're actively dripping water. And when I looked up, these reminded me of those. What Mark was saying, though, is that these may have been formed from dripping molten lava rather than through the action of water redepositing calcium. Now that looks like fun right there, Mark.
This?
Oh, yeah.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
That seems like your normal state of things.
All right, that's the uphill part. Now it's back downhill.
Big guy in a tight spot.
But it looks like fun.
It is. Oh, this is great gravity. Thanks.
Good times.
Nice.
All cave explorations must come to an end when the cave entrance becomes the cave exit. Even though this cave is a beginner level cave, all cavers must be safety conscious. Remember, always be over-prepared in a cave. Be cautious and respectful of the flora, fauna, and geology of the area, and seek proper mentorship for advanced caving adventure.
Snow! That's pretty cool.
It is snowing.
Wow, this is awesome. Great cave. Yeah. All right. Great trip.
Good job. Sweet.
That's all over the place. That's all over.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure of New Mexico Underground. It's really good stuff.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel for more outdoor adventures in New Mexico.
We'll see you on the next adventure. Bueno, bye.
Wanna buy?
Bueno, bye.
Wanna buy?
Oh,
As good as it's gonna get.
I think so. Yeah, we're fighting diminishing returns.